is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam, and welcome back to to Wake and Bake News, where we like to make sure you stay lit and stay informed. I'm your host, PaperSin, and I'm awake. I'm baked. I'm here to bring you some news. And in this news, I want to talk a little bit about. I've been on Twitter, right? Everybody's been on Twitter. Well, most of them. Anyway, I was on Twitter, right? And I saw that Japan is asking, like they want Americans to stop using anime memes, and it's like this thing became like an actual legal war, bro. Yeah, so we have a video here by Legal Mindset. Since it is a legal issue, we go to where the best is. We're gonna check out this video by Legal Mindset. Link will be in the description below. But check this out. Bam. Japan versus U.S. government. The legal war over Nintendo and anime memes. Just the memes, bro. The memes. Oh man, in my opinion, I'm like, well, Japan, like, I know, I'm sorry, bro, but like, anime memes are just they're too good. They are, and so like, I don't know what you want us to do about it. We've got the need for memes, anime. Yeah.
Donald Trump memes are making an absolute meltdown. In Japan with Nintendo, Naruto, and Pokemon so upset they've decided to get the government of Japan involved. We're going to talk about today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire,
Trump
American
meme
attorney.
meltdown.
Now, this is a saga that I started following back when the DHS had a video that was related to Pokemon and saying they gotta catch them all. We've upgraded this meltdown as more memes come out. Had a video that was related to Pokemon and saying they gotta catch them all. Video that was related to Pokemon and saying they
so just grabbing just rounding up all the illegals and just like shipping them out, talking about catching all the illegals. Damn. And they made an anime meme, Pokemon meme about it. Hold on. What department was this again? I want to see that shit.
Yes, had a video. It's a saga that I started following back when the DHS had.
Oh yeah, that's right. Department of Homeland Security. Duh. All right, theater mode. All right, hold on. I gotta see this shit. Oops. Homeland Security shared Pokemon-inspired video of ice raids. Copyright. I'm guessing that's the song that's gonna be playing the entire time. It's my real test to train amidst my cause. I will travel. I'm not gonna do that. Searching for and why each Pokemon to understand power that's inside. Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. Damn, bro. They're just rounding up all the illegals, bro. Like, what the fuck? Damn. Hold up. Oh, I was gonna say that bird reminds me of in the Pokemon Go where you can choose the gyms or the team you want to be on. I can't believe they actually did a ice raid inspired collage of just never mind. I can't believe they did this shit, bro.
Had a video that was related to Pokemon and saying they gotta catch them all. We've upgraded this meltdown as we've seen more memes come out until the Japanese officials have officially asked the US government to stop posting game and anime memes. And this comes not just from a random politician, but the actual official Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. So this is something that a government agency signed off on to make a statement. Now, this is after coming
No fucking way. Donald Trump as Naruto doing the shadow clone jutsu.
After Trump just posted this very, very interesting, and it creates
Trump
very
posted
interesting
that? Hold
legal. After Trump just posted this very interesting, and it creates very interesting legal questions. So where do we start? And I think for me, where this starts is the request. We have to understand exactly what he said, because the Japanese and many other foreign ministers that are out there talking to people across the world, they have to be very, very specific in their language. So Toshimitsu Motegi and ministry officials formally stated that reproducing copyrighted content without consent is inappropriate even for public institutions. Now, this is the thing.
Inappropriate, not illegal.
That he said. You have to read this very carefully. So I think the gut reaction of some people might be, well, you can't tell us what to do, or this is America. Like, what are you talking about? We can do whatever. What are you going to do about it? You got to calm down. You got to control your emotions here and look at what he's actually saying. He's saying it's inappropriate. He's not saying it's necessarily illegal, because he's not implying to.
That's what I see. You got to listen, bro. You got to listen.
Control U.S. law, or to know U.S. law even at all. It's not clear whether or not the foreign ministry understands fair use doctrine. That's not something we know conclusively or not, because U.S. law for copyright, etc., may be different than the parameters that are in Japanese law. And that's the very, very interesting thing, is using that word inappropriate, not illegal, inappropriate. And I think that will bring us to the right decision when we look at this overall. So let's also look at saving the memes. This is a big interest. And look, memes are an accessible, widespread form of political satire, parody, and commentary that enable ordinary people to criticize the government, advancing public discourse in a marketplace of ideas. We're able to have a back and forth on memes. We can have battle of the memes on the internet and no actual lives are lost, right? But we settle things through these meme wars. And you know what? It ends up actually sometimes really resolving issues and coming to conclusions when you go through these online meme wars. So, you know, memes are an important part of the political discourse. I don't want to see memes go away entirely. That's one interest we have here. And I think as Americans, there's an interest in keeping the memes alive. But that said,
come on, keep the memes alive. I get it, Japan. I do. I really do. But like, memes are funny. Now I get like taking the actual theme song and putting it the Pokemon theme song and putting it over what Ice was doing. I get, you know what I'm saying, that might rub you the wrong way. That's like recreating, because that's like you said, recreating the thing. But what about just regular like picture memes? You know what I'm saying? Y'all good with that? Y'all good?
Government parody does not automatically win a copyright or trademark case. Just because it's the US government doing it doesn't mean they win, right? So that's very important. It's a case-by-case analysis, just like in the Ethan Klein case, where Denims, Krogan, Caseytron, they're all one by one, and they can all have different outcomes. Now, some arguments go towards Trump, some go towards Japan, some depend on which one you're talking about, because the DHS Pokemon video is a little bit different and a different factors than the Naruto edit with Trump, right? There's two different things, and especially since AI was used to create the Trump image and was not used in the DHS case. So going into the factors, some go towards Trump, some go towards Japan. So some that go towards Trump is that this is very transformative. It's satire and commentary. It's made to mock. It's made to make fun, make light of something. In the DHS video, gotta catch 'em all is used in a different way with the word catch, right? Because catch isn't exactly the same as catching a monster in a ball versus catching someone who's crossing the border illegally. Then you've got core First Amendment speech, because Trump can argue, hey, political speech, political parody, that's at the core of the First Amendment. He also can say that it's not a market substitute. People are not going out there buying the Trump Naruto AI edit or the DHS video in lieu of buying Pokemon, right? So it's not substituting in the market. However,
real quick, I didn't Japan, specifically, Nintendo, also just recently lost that lawsuit where against Palworld? They might still be mad about that too.
Japan has some very strong arguments as well, and we have to consider those fairly. So it is not a parody of the IP itself. It's more what they would call pure satire or propaganda, which is a different way to look at something if it's just for purely propaganda purposes. Also, how much it takes, the substance, right? It's taking distinctive characters and themes. And this is something we saw with the Denham's case, where they looked at exactly how much did she take of that Hassan Piker content nuke over there. So when you're looking at this, how much did they take of the Pokemon theme? Okay, they took a lot of it. All right, the whole song, that might go towards Japan.
No, because I've heard the whole song. Like, it keeps going after the title screen ends. That it's an interesting song. So I guess you could say, yeah, it's only most of it, because it's not the entire Pokemon theme song.
Also, the biggest one is it harms brand reputation and licensing value. So this is supposed to be a wholesome family company, wholesome family stuff with Pokemon, Nintendo, Mario. So when they see pro-war associated with that, they think, hey, that's going to hurt our brand reputation and licensing value.
It's not war, though. I mean, it's a roundup. That's all. It's just not war.
If someone was to be confused and think that these companies were actually, pro-war or or anti-immigration, when actually they really don't want to take a political stance on anything. They want to sell to everybody, right? That's obviously what their goal is, right? There's a foreign policy angle, and that is that Japan is a key U.S. ally, and preserving relationships is based, at least in part, on mutual respect. You have to have mutual respect between the parties when you're dealing with foreign policy. If you don't at least respect each other and take each other seriously when you make serious requests, that is not going to go well for a mutual relationship. So when someone gives you an earnest, sincere advice, right, that is something that you should try to listen to, especially if it's coming from a wise person and it's coming from a person that you have a trusting relationship with. And this is somebody that is a key ally, especially in that Pacific region. That's
basically saying you might want to listen. When someone like this gives you advice, you might want to listen.
Japan is a very, very important ally. Also, one thing I want to bring up, and this just is to be fair, I hope that Japan also is balanced when it comes to left and the right in the United States. One of the big problems we have in the United States is it's rules for thee and not for me. And, one party will yell about something that the other party is doing while also doing it themselves. So it's got to be even. You've got to apply that evenly. When you see memes coming out with other political parties, you should be sending the same thing, because it doesn't matter whether it's pro or anti. It really shouldn't be involved in politics at all whatsoever.
Does Japan do it to us? Do they do the same thing with us, though?
But as we go here, the memes must be protected, but Japan is a key ally making a sincere request. So I do believe that Trump can consider, hey, let me just stop using these, because look, Japan is asking us nicely. It got.
Hold up. Real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. What was it? No. What was the one where he's like all about gold or whatever? Yeah. This is by a YouTube channel, Who's Shiro? Or this I and Haku. Is that like, I don't know. That's not, I guess that's the same thing. I don't know. Anyway, that exists.
Not to the point where they needed to get their foreign affairs office involved. So it's pretty serious. Now, maybe they can also talk to, maybe, you know, Trump can have some concessions from Japan as well. Like, for example, dealing with Nintendo's lawfare as they're going to crush competition and trying to crush competition, including US companies. Maybe that's something we can kindly request back to them. But Japan should also apply this pressure in a bipartisan way across the world to any politician that is using this, because once again, this shouldn't be associated with politics. And I think that's something that we can all agree on. Let's just enjoy our games and not inject politics into the games. But I want to know what you guys think, and please leave a comment below. I will catch you on the next one.
Well, there you have it. Like they said, it's inappropriate. They didn't say it was illegal, but and like he said, with a nation like Japan, you know what I'm saying, a country like Japan, you do want to keep, you know, good relations with them. So, I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, people are gonna be people, and people are gonna make memes or whatever they're gonna create. Hopefully, nobody takes it too far. That's all I gotta say. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Peace and much love to you.